From someone who tried to outspeed a train at a crossing, to someone who decided to drive with their car door open, these are the latest 10 total fails on the road. Number 1. Did you know that the concept of a flying car dates back to the early 20th century? In 1917, a prototype called the Curtiss Autoplane was tested, becoming the first known attempt at creating a flying car. Although it didn't take off as expected, this marked an important milestone in aviation history. So the question is, do we have an actual innovator on our dash cam that relentlessly pursues the dream of turning science fiction into reality? Thankfully though, he seemed to have been just late enough to avoid a dangerous collision, resulting in a pileup. Number 2. Now let's go forward with the historic rivalry between Ferrari and Lamborghini, which has long been a source of fascination. It all started in the 1960s when Ferruccio Lamborghini, a tractor manufacturer, challenged the dominance of Enzo Ferrari's sports car empire.
6 months in Geneva, people will be looking for the next Ferrari. What they will find is the first Lamborghini.
Today, this rivalry continues with modern icons like the Lamborghini Aventador and the Ferrari 488, captivating car enthusiasts worldwide. And what this person's dash cam caught was like a culmination of that rivalry in real time. Not only is the driver in the video trying to overtake where there's no space, they smash into the innocent driver's side and send them flying into the truck in front. Now that's definitely going to be a whole bunch of charges coming their way. Number 3. But the truth is that sports cars aren't everyone's cup of tea, with people needing to jump through a lot of bureaucratic hoops to get the likes of a Ferrari or a McLaren. So, you will see a lot of regulation and scrutiny when it comes to the people that sports cars are actually sold to, and for good reason considering this next clip. Not only do they try to drift the car in the middle of a freeway, they lose control and smash into concrete barriers. The result is about $50,000 in damages. Number 4. The term bonnet originally referred to a type of headgear for women in the 17th century, and over time, it evolved to describe the front part of a car that covers the engine. The earliest automobiles in the late 19th century had no hoods or bonnets, the engines were exposed, and it wasn't until later that vehicles started to have hoods for protection, while modern ones are designed to crumple upon impact to absorb energy and protect passengers in the event of a collision. Unfortunately for the person recording this video, he came across someone who had the bonnet of their car up. But why do some people underestimate the risks associated with reduced visibility and believe they can still drive safely? Number 5. In recent years, there were approximately 300 fatalities and 1,500 injuries annually due to vehicle-train collisions at railroad crossings in the United States. Every year, there are thousands of collisions at railroad crossings involving vehicles and trains, and not only direct collisions but also vehicles getting stuck on the tracks or being hit by the train due to various factors: driver negligence, train speed, warning system malfunctions, visibility issues, and the condition of the crossings. Our driver in this video didn't see the danger. Watching the car in front of them while crossing some tracks, they made the mistake of thinking they could do the same. Once they braked, it was way too late. Number 6. In the early days of automobiles in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, there were no specific requirements for beginner drivers and no standardized driver's licenses until that concept began to emerge in the early 20th century. Massachusetts was the first state in the U.S. to introduce driver's licenses in 1903. As traffic and automobile use grew, so did the need for regulation. Many states in the U.S. began implementing driver's license tests and requiring applicants to demonstrate their knowledge and skills. Our next driver is a typical beginner on the road, afraid and without confidence behind the wheel yet. But no one would think that can result like this. Not only did this person come into traffic the wrong way, they proceeded to speed up into the person recording. That's certainly a 0 to 60 way to land yourself a court appearance. Number 7. The evolution of the pedal braking system has played a critical role in improving automotive safety and performance over the years. From basic hand-operated brakes to advanced ABS and autonomous braking systems, the braking technology in cars has come a long way, but beside that long evolution, people more than ever hit the gas pedal instead of the brakes. It's a lot easier to do than you may think. Consider that the two pedals are literally only a couple of inches apart on many cars, and that with the numerous distractions and lack of proper attention today, one can easily find their foot in the wrong place. As this person comes up to park their Jeep, they hit the accelerator instead of the brakes. Some drivers may be unfamiliar with their vehicle's layout, and this lack of familiarity can cause them to hit the wrong pedal. Therefore, it's essential for drivers to practice good spatial awareness and become familiar with their vehicle's controls. Number 8. But how can you go wrong in this simple situation? You know how traffic lights work, right? The world's first electric traffic signal was installed in Cleveland, Ohio, in 1914. It had two colors, red and green, but no amber or yellow phase. The signal was operated manually by a police officer who used it to manage traffic flow and with that to reduce the number of accidents at intersections, particularly those caused by drivers disregarding signals. But 110 years forward, and here we are with a driver who decides to run a red light and nearly gets taken out by a tractor in the process. Number 9. Drivers mistakenly shifting into reverse when intending to go forward is a rare but dangerous situation. This can happen for various reasons. In this situation, not only did she keep her door open, she put the car in reverse and then accelerated, causing great damage to completely innocent people's cars. That's a lawsuit right there. Number 10. In 1902, the Cadillac Model A was one of the first vehicles to feature a modern-style handbrake that served a dual purpose, allowing drivers to both park their vehicles and engage the brake to prevent rolling on hills. Now, in the 21st century, electronic handbrakes have gained popularity, being activated by a button or switch rather than a mechanical lever, and they are integrated into the vehicle's computerized systems. But this lovely girl manages to forget the most important thing at the worst possible time. Steps out of her car, completely oblivious to the fact that she forgot to engage the handbrake. As she walks, the car suddenly starts rolling towards the nearest column. Kind reminder, always double-check that handbrake. Well, that's all for this week, folks. Hope you enjoyed watching the video.